Nina, Iris, and Alyssa's weird, ugly outfit. Can we get into it tonight? Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
AfterBuzz TV.
So much room to buzz around.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Project Runway All-Stars After Show. Tonight, we're discussing Season 7, Episode 11, 7-Eleven. Woohoo! Haley is out tonight, but she'll be back next week. But tonight, you have me, Princess, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host,
Katie Thompson. Hello, everybody.
Yes, and Monique will join us next week as well,
Yes.
so stay tuned for that. But yeah, tonight, Nina Garcia is back. I'm so excited.
Love her.
I love her.
Love her.
We'll also get into the eliminated designer, Anthony Ryan, which was really, really sad.
Yeah.
And then we'll also talk about our pass or purchase special segment.
Yes.
And then we'll get into predictions. It's down to the final four, right?
Yeah.
How do we get here? How?
I don't know. I mean, for me, though, it seems like it's been lagging on just because of how I feel about what's going on in the season with what they're designing and all of that. Like, even this week, I mean, I know we say it every week, but they were supposed to make a silk royal ball gown.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody did that. Even Irena,
Yeah.
she won. I feel like
Yeah.
she really didn't even do that.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
half of it and then see-through on the bottom.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of do that every episode. People just do what they want to do.
Yeah, true.
But nevertheless, Nina Garcia is back. We also have Iris Apfel, who's our guest judge. So let's just dive right into the episode. So can we just talk about Dmitry for a second? Let's just start
Yes.
with one designer and
Yeah.
work our way, because we only have 5 now.
Yes.
So let's just go through all of them.
Let's go through them.
Yeah, tell me what your thoughts about Dimitri's dress was and how... I feel like we saw a little bit of his personality this episode, too.
That's what I was going to say.
With his joke that fell flat.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a joke that wasn't that funny, but it was, fun to hear it anyway. His dress, for me, was just not so cute. The leaves, they looked like weed leaves to me. It wasn't working out with the way that they were cut. And it's just the cutout. And I also agreed with Michelle when she was saying that it just looks really old. So I almost wanted it to go like more flapper vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's still not a ball gown. So I'm just confused about why none of them, they all made dresses.
They did.
But they're not like a ball gown.
Yeah.
Like, give me some like,
Yeah. I think one of the things that Iris brought up was the idea of it having sleeves. I think that actually could have been helpful, because maybe it would have just gone into that like vintage old school vibe, and we just would have lived there and it would have been perfect. But I mean, it seemed like the judges really liked it.
Yeah.
So including Nina and Iris, and that's important for us.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I was happy to see his personality.
Yeah.
And I feel like he handled the situation with Irena very well too.
Oh, when she was at his sewing machine?
Yes.
And what was her reasoning that her dress was too big to fit?
Yeah, I don't get it. You have a sewing machine. Why do you continue to sit in someone else's place? That's really weird to me.
Her attitude has just been, in these past few episodes, I don't like how she's talking about the other designers, and she literally said in this one, I know it's beautiful, the rest of the stuff in here is crap. Girl,
so rude.
Let's have a little respect for our other designers.
So
and yours isn't that great. I would probably purchase another one of those before I would purchase yours. So it's all up to opinions.
Just saying.
Yeah, she's just been very meh for me. Kind of rude, almost.
I think Dimitri handled it very well. He was very mature. I mean, she did tell him, like, oh, you can have my sewing station. And of course, like, in the moment, he just wants to get his dress done.
Yeah.
So I thought he handled it pretty professionally. But speaking of Irena, let's just go into what we thought about her this episode and her outfit as well.
It gave me, like, octopus. That's how I felt about it, like Ursula-ish.
Oh, yeah,
like maybe a Broadway. We could throw that onto the Broadway play. I mean, I get that they were saying that it was the most appropriate out of all of them, but it still didn't yell ball gown to me because it's see-through. I feel like ball gown means elegance, and I didn't see a lot of that from any of these, but I definitely didn't see it from that one. And she won, right?
Yes, she did, but I will say I think she ran out of fabric, and I think that's why it ended up being so see-through. So given the fact that she didn't have enough fabric, which is not an excuse, but I'm just saying, what do you think based on that? Like, I feel like she kind of did the best that she could.
She had a make it work moment,
yes,
but I think also because I'm just not a fan of her, I'm just like, you know what, whatever, girl, bye. I'm all set on you and your attitude. And sit at your own dang sewing machine, girl. It can't be that hard.
And I don't know. I mean, she also complained about it was the weirdest thing. It's like when people complain about being too pretty, it's like everyone's complimenting me and saying that I'm going to get through my outfit so fast. That's so much pressure. I don't think you understand. It was this really weird, like, I don't know if entitlement is the right word, but it was very bizarre.
I think she just, with everybody saying like, oh, you're going to do great and this is so easy for you and you already built a corset, and she's like, well, what if I don't do? What if it's not as great as I thought that it was, and then I'm on the bottom or I go home, and then she looks like an idiot when everybody was saying that this was her thing. She still ended up winning, but I mean, and then because they were like, because Michelle said while they were eating lunch, which we saw them eat for the first time, I feel like. We haven't seen that.
They had to fill that time. I'm convinced. They were like, we got 5 designers. There's not too much going on. Let's just show them eating for 2 seconds.
Yeah, and Michelle said like, oh, you already made a corset, blah, 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 blah. And she was just so like almost offended by it. Like, take like if you're fast and this is your thing, you better perform, and you did. To me, she seemed like she was complaining about everything and anything this episode. And
that's a good point.
She needed like a nap or a hug or like a lollipop.
Oh, I want a lollipop.
I can give you a hug, but I don't have any lollipops.
It's okay. I'll get one after the show. Okay. Well, now that Irene has officially kicked off the island, although I think she couldn't sit with us a few weeks ago, so I think now it's like she's banned for the rest of the school year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and get into Michelle. This episode, I really felt for her and Anthony Ryan too, but I think her outfit just wasn't elegant enough. I think it would have been a great summer dress.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the red and the orange, it was very bright, very, very pretty. I did not think it looked like kitchen. Just she called it. It wasn't drapes, but like
she
something
said,
from
70s kitchen or something like that. And I didn't. I mean, maybe if you're talking about, at the end, it could be a tablecloth. Like it would be a nice tablecloth, but I liked the dress. I also liked what she realized that something was happening with Anthony, and she was still trying to be there for him in whatever ways that she could. I really liked her dress. It is not a freaking ball gown, but I loved it. So, and I really, really like how she said, I want to like make it as ugly as I can in the best way, because that's how I buy things. Like I'm like, oh, that's ugly. I have to have it. I'm totally like that. So that's how I bought my curtains in my house. They're disgusting, and I love them.
I'm sure they are amazing. Don't doubt yourself. You're great.
I love them. They're disgusting, but I love them. I think they're incredible.
It's interesting. When she said that, I actually thought she was trying to make Anthony Ryan feel better.
Oh, I think she was. Was it a joke? I took it seriously.
Well, then,
because isn't
the
everything?
World may never know.
Isn't everything she makes like so ugly that it's cute, kind of like a pug? You know what I mean?
Didn't think she did that on purpose.
Oh, see, I thought she kind of maybe like that was her admitting, I know what's up.
And Michelle, please come onto the show.
If you could give us a call.
Give us some clarification. I just want to know, was it a joke? Were you trying to encourage it? We just want to know.
We need to know.
So feel free to step on out when you can.
Thank you, Michelle.
But yes, for you guys out there in the world, we have a lovely message from little Miss Baby Kate's.
That's me. That's me.
Please share it with us.
Hey guys, so before we move on to our next topic, we just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV talk. And for us to continue to grow, we could use your help. If you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us, and we truly appreciate you supporting us and doing what we love. So don't forget to tell your friends and keep on enjoying our shows. Comment, subscribe. We love it, and we love you. So thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, so let's get into Mr. Fidel, a friend of the show. What did you think of his look? To me, it was very Met Gala. I really liked it.
I got Alexander McQueen, Lady Gaga vibes. I could see that happening. I really liked it. hate how cocky he is about stuff. Hated when he finished and he was dancing around.
He's also willing to accept advice, though.
True.
I appreciate his humility. You know, even with Anne, he's willing to accept her advice.
Right.
With Nina, everyone will accept her advice.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the fact that he's open to constructive criticism. I'll give him that.
And he also threw some shade at Michelle, too. I can't remember what he said, but he did throw it in the beginning. And he was saying something about the colors and all of this and all of that.
Yeah, he did say that.
But I guess when you're thrown into a room with a camera in front of you and they're like, so talk about her outfit, you're going to talk about, whatever comes to mind.
And it's been a catty season, I feel like, too.
Yeah. If I were to be on this show and then watch it back, I would be so bitter because I am so sensitive. I'd be like, you don't really like me. I don't understand. You don't like my fashion. I would just be like,
don't take it personal. It's just fashion. Just leave it on the cutting room floor. Isn't that what Tim used to say? Just leave it there.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I liked his dress. I mean, it probably could have fit a little better.
Yeah.
I will say that much.
I feel like they really shredded him, though. I don't think that he needed that much critique. But he was like,
still in the top 3, though.
When they were like, it needs to be tied around her waist.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all are really reading him. I don't think he needs to be read this much for this dress.
Yeah.
Because I think that dress should have won. Mm-hmm. It wasn't ball gown, but it was best up there to me.
Do you think, because I feel like he seemed a little disappointed that he came in second. What did you think? Did you get that vibe?
I mean, I'm sure. I didn't notice it at the time, but has he won a challenge yet? Or has he always been really close?
I know oftentimes he's been really close because he talks about that.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's won something and I just don't recall. There have been so many challenges.
I know, so many challenges of all the same people.
Yes, and Irena wins so many.
And if she takes this cake, I am boycotting. I can't. Yeah. I don't want her to win.
Well, she's going to Thailand, so hopefully while she's there, she gets to mellow out and enjoy the beautiful wonders that are. I think it's Bangkok. That's what the winner
is
wins.
that where they're going?
I thought that's what they said.
Oh,
somewhere
amazing!
Yeah. Okay. Well, tonight's eliminated designer, Anthony Ryan.
Oh, God, I can't. I'm emotional.
I know. I think what hurts me the most about Anthony going home tonight, and that's the thing about competition shows, the minute you check out mentally, it's a wrap. Like, you're going home. And I felt so bad because at the beginning of this, his grandmother had just passed. Right. There's already a lot going on. Like, I hate to see people, especially great people, kind of self-destruct. And I mean, I know that it really touched you emotionally. Yeah, no, I definitely, my eyes watered up because it's like after he goes home, he's sitting in the confession room, I guess as you could call it, and he's talking about it, and he's like, I hope I gave you the best piece of myself and a little Southern charm and all of this stuff. And this is the kind of stuff that we're not seeing from Fidel, from Irena. Like how, I'm not saying that they're not great people, but it's like Anthony's just this force to be reckoned with in fashion and in personality and as a human being. So to see both of those things go was sad, and to see him sad, and just, even Anne and he had a moment, when he was saying, I feel lost, and his garment was really bad, but I just loved him, and I would have picked anybody else other than him to go. Yeah, I mean, okay, maybe the feathers aren't the best choice, but still, I wanted to see more from him. Yeah, it was like somebody had made a beautiful caftan and then they had a tackle box and they were running and they tripped and then all of the stuff fell out and stuck into the dress because just the way it was placed and everything. But also, what about that is I don't understand. I know I keep saying it, but I can't fathom. If somebody said, Katie, make a ball gown, I'd probably make a ball gown. Or I'd try. No one made a ball gown. No one made a ball gown. Anywho, I just want to spend 30 seconds talking about Alyssa's outfit. Go. She gave it to us today. She gave us Haunted Mansion. The bride in Haunted Mansion that holds the axe and her dress is white and shredded? Yeah, that's pretty much what I was getting from these weird tassels that were coming off. It was almost flapper, but it wasn't. And it was, Not flattering.
I don't, and her stuff doesn't like fit.
Yeah.
It's like she sees it and she's like, that's really cute. Oh, and that first dress that she had on.
with the bells or whatever
she
they
had
were?
like the balls around her neck. She had on
very bizarre.
like silver shoes and the sleeves were big. So she's wearing cute dresses, but she doesn't necessarily need to be in them.
Yeah.
But a lot of people won't look good in them. Like, I'm not going to look good in either of those
silhouettes.
things.
Yeah.
It's just those are not,
They're not for her.
they're not for her. And love you to death,
Yeah.
but whoa.
Also the shoes.
Ooh.
The silver shoes. The silver
Wait,
platform.
the first ones or the second?
I didn't even notice the first ones. The second, that was like, she's wearing silver, like platinum platform shoes with this shredded, weird summer dress thing
With the
that
beads.
looks like not even JCPenney. I mean, I shop at Walmart, but it looks like Walmart type of level.
Yeah.
Like, it just looked really, really cheap.
Yeah, and then the first shoe she wore was like a loafer with a kitten heel that was also
I didn't even notice
like the first outfit I was getting like Tin Man, with like a Rudolph necklace on. Oh man,
so
like
pretty.
love you, yes, but and then Anne, I always want to call her Nina, but I don't. Her necklaces, those chunky statement necklaces that she's doing.
Let's not even get into that.
Those are not where it's at. But I mean, fashion is all about opinion, and it's
subjective.
I can't
art.
knock it.
That is true.
Some people like something, and some people do or don't. So who am I to say?
Tis true.
I'm no
Tis
fashion
true.
expert. I just watch the show.
Girl, you better stop. We are all fashion experts.
Oh yeah, sorry. Excuse me.
This is art. This is art. It's all beautiful.
Being on my Forever 21.
Listen, me and my H&M. Anywho, let's get into our special segment.
Yes.
Pass or purchase. So in this segment, if you're just joining us for the first time, we like to go through all of the looks for the day. Usually it would just be the top looks at the end, but since there's only 5, we're just going to go through all of them.
Yep.
And we're going to go through them pretty quickly, but basically we just talk about whether or not we would pass or buy it. So let's get into it. So first we have on the list, we have Anthony Ryan, who unfortunately went home. And he has this white caftan, which I feel like would have been fine by itself. And then on top we have his signature blue, but in feather form, and yellow feathers kind of plopped on, and then it just kind of like falls throughout the dress.
I love that he went back to the blue and yellow though again, because that's all he's been doing.
He has. If I could like deconstruct the dress, I would go ahead and I would purchase it. Yeah. If I could just like take the feathers off.
Yeah. I would. No. I'm gonna really pass. I'm not a fan of the feathers.
Oh.
I don't love buying feather stuff because I feel like the little fuzzles get stuck in my eyeballs and then I'm getting it out. You know what I mean? Those sweaters.
That's so painful.
But you know those sweaters that are like constantly getting in your eyes? I feel like it's going to be one of those dresses.
That's fair.
And it's a little too, it's not that it's too baggy for me, it's just not for me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because her booty looks great in it because he made it fitting enough. So.
Girl, you're getting all the details tonight. I missed that one.
He even said, he was like, normally I would make it looser, but for the runway, I got to make sure her booty's in the right place.
Oh, all right. Well,
it's like, okay, Anthony, love it.
He knows how to, make clothes for a woman's body, I suppose. Next up on our list is Michelle. Michelle had this really pretty, it was like a red and orange number, and then parts of it were see-through. It's kind of hard to describe. It's like a geometric print. Some would say like a kitchen 1970s vibe. I would disagree with that.
And
so I don't think, as pretty as I think it is, I personally wouldn't buy it. It's just not my cup of tea. So I would have to pass on this one.
I would purchase this so many times. I would wear a slip under it though, because I don't want to. I'm not a see-through girl. That's just not me.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great. I think it's free people-ish, you know? It would be a great Santa Barbara, beach, any of like that kind of thing. I really enjoy it. Yes.
Cool. All right. Next up, we have Dimitri. It is a black and white number. It has this patch. It's not patchwork, but it's like white. They kind of look like unfortunately, like the marijuana leaf in a way, like patched together. It's really hard to describe.
And it doesn't look so much like
straps.
it there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look so much like it there. But when he was cutting it out and those scissors he was using it with, I was just like, that looks just like it.
Yeah. I think for me, I would pass. I don't think this is flattering. Now, also, I love a good like black and white combo, but it just felt very... I don't know. This print just didn't do it for me. So I would pass.
Yeah, and Zorro came in there with a sword and slashed just a little bit of the dress and then left the rest for us. Like, that's like under boob that I'm not looking to show ever. And I pass. Love you, Dmitry. Hate this.
Yeah. Next up we have Irena.
And is that a chain and then a strap on the other side?
I didn't see. I thought it was fabric.
Okay, thank God. I was gonna say if that's a chain, I have an issue.
I think that is fabric.
All right.
Next up on the list we have Irena. She has a really cool corset up top, like the average like prom dress black corset. But then at the bottom it starts to. It's like kind of a see-through material, what is it called?
Mesh?
Not mesh. Tulle.
Tulle. There it is.
There we go.
Yep.
It has tulles with some black ruffles. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not a full bottom.
No.
So in that case, for me, I think I could pull it off.
Yeah, you could.
I could. I feel like I have the height. I would purchase it, to be honest with you.
All right.
I might add a little bit of fabric to the bottom because I have a kind of a big butt. But yeah, I would purchase it. Like, I don't hate it. I just don't think it's like, it's not a ball gown to me. It's not formal, but I could rock it.
Yeah. I'm going to pass. I don't do a strapless, and it's two different dresses to me. And I'm just, it looks, I hate the bottom. It looks like octopus legs that are wrapped around her legs. It's just not for me. And I feel like it's awkward where it starts to become see-through. It should have been down a little more, and I realize it's because she ran out of fabric, but still, it's very cut off. It's like crotch and then straight see-through with a tentacle. Ooh.
Okay, well, last up on the list, we have Fidel. He has I won't call it a little red number, it's a long red number. And it's this really cool structure. Now, in this photo, it actually doesn't look super flattering.
No, that looks terrible in this photo.
Yeah, but she has this shoulder pad going on and a wide hip. It's a very structured look. I think it's, Met Gala worthy. It wouldn't flatter my figure, so I would have to pass on it, but I think on the right body type, it will look great.
Yeah. I'm going to purchase this, for Rihanna.
Yes.
That's who I'm going to purchase this for. I love the structure of it. I like how the hips, because normally when they do the hip, it's a little more square. I like that it's, pointed but also round. And then what you can't see from the picture if you're looking at it is that the textile or whatever he used to make the squareness out of it and how cool it was. The pleats.
Yeah,
there we go. Jesus, I can't think of words. Yeah. So I really, really liked it. I love it. I would purchase it for someone else. I'm not going to wear it, but I love it.
You would gift it?
To Rihanna.
That's very nice.
She's a really good friend of mine, so she would love it.
That's so nice of you. You're so generous.
I'm so nice to Riri.
Generous.
We go way back. Not really.
Okay, well, let's get into some predictions because we are now down to our last.
Your AfterBuzz TV.
We're down to our last 4.
I know. It's crazy. I can't believe we're here.
And one of them is not Anthony Ryan.
I am bitter.
Yes, Bitter Bethany. Yeah, I am too. So now I'm like, I don't know who to. Okay.
Who do you think will win next challenge? Because the next challenge is family portrait.
I kind of think Michelle. Okay,
I knew you were going to say that, and I don't agree.
Okay, well here's the thing. I think Michelle could either rise from her pain, or she could let what happened to Anthony Ryan shake her up.
But do you think her style says family portrait, J.C. Penney vibes?
I don't think it says that at all. I think each of them has, I don't think any of them are J.C. Penney level.
No, right.
But I think that I'm just thinking about headspace. And to me, that kind of determines like where you're going immediately. It's very rare that I feel someone rises from that. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I don't think it'll be Michelle. I feel like Dimitri might, because the way, like the sleekness in which he designs his clothes, I feel like will be good for like a family and like for a little portrait. Is a portrait's like a photo, right? It's not like a painting. For some reason I think portrait, I think like an oil painting, like sitting there for it.
Oh, yeah. You all go and you go with your polos and your khakis
right.
or whatever
It's
your
like
color.
Easter almost.
Kind of. Yep, you're all in the photo. Yeah. You've seen it.
I'm interested to see what they're going to do and if they give them any type of direction other than just like family portrait. Because like this one we had royal ball gowns that were silk. Maybe it'll be like family portrait that's plaid. You know, like I'm wondering what well, I guess the fact that they have 3 of them might be enough. Three, because they have a mom, a dad, and a kid. Right. They have 3 people to design for.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't add that other element to it.
We'll find out.
We'll
find out.
I also feel like Irena will not do well at this challenge.
I don't know. She continues to surprise me, so I don't know.
Maybe I'm just hoping. I'm just
Maybe we just want her to go home.
Yeah, I'm really ready.
Yeah.
Let's send her home and then bring Anthony back.
Right. She floated off the island.
Yeah, I just, oof for me.
So many thoughts. But we'll have to get into it next week. We'll see who rises to the occasion. But yeah, that's it for tonight. I'm your host, Princess Carol. You can find me on Instagram at Princess Carol TV. I'm also on after shows for The Voice as well as World of Dance.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check them out.
All the art shows.
You can follow me everywhere at Little Baby Kate's, and make sure to check out my podcast. See you next Tuesday. It's available on iTunes and KatieThompson.LA. And I'm also on the Vanderpump Rules after show, so come and check that out on Monday nights. It's a good time.
Cool. Thank you guys. See you next week. Haley will be back as well as Monique.
Yes.
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Bye,
y'all.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.